Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Brooklyn and today's video is my last vlog for the amazing Read-A-Thon. I'm so excited about this because it's been a long month, honestly. It's gone pretty quickly, but I don't know, I just feel like it's been a lot of reading going on over here, so it'll be nice to get back into like a chilled amount of reading for a little while, and then we'll go crazy again with more readathons, but it's fine. So this is starting. I'm going to start this week off by going to the 8th stop of the Read-A-Thon, and that is Bangkok. And to get there, we're reading a book with at least 5 different colours on the cover. And for this one, I'm reading Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. And this one is a host favourite, so I get 100 extra GRC, which is great. And it's a romance, so I get 50 points for that. So, and I think it's around like 400-ish pages. So honestly, that's a great amount of points for this. I'm nearly finished it. I think I've got like an hour left to read, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it. It's not typically the type of romance I like to read because at like this far in, it's like not smutty at all. But it's honestly a nice, refreshing, different type of romance, and it's kind of, yeah, something we don't get to see a lot of because they are older. She's got a son and they're kind of just losing themselves at the age that they are. They're not like wanting to get out there in the dating world or anything, and they kind of just like stumble upon each other through online gaming, which I think is just so much fun. And like honestly, like a refreshing type of romance on here. And like the fact that they, I don't know, I feel like the only thing I was not really loving is how soon that they met each other in person. And I've heard a lot of people say this as well, because I don't know, I feel like with this one it's a bit different because they knew that they're like people that they knew in person knew each other, so it was kind of like they knew they weren't like a crazy person or like, I don't know, someone that's gonna kill you or whatever. But I don't know, she just like, he needed help and she went straight over to his house and helped him, and it's just kind of like, you've never met this person, you haven't even talked to them like with your voice, you've just been messaging. So that's kind of like a big thing. I think if you were talking to them like with your voice and maybe like a FaceTime or something, that would be okay. But yeah, that was kind of a bit far for me straight away, but whatever, you do you, boo. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's going to be like a 4-star at the moment, and yeah, I can't wait to get there so I can finally do some sightseeing. I really want to get some of these graphic novels read and manga because I need to take them back to the library at some point in my life. I read Grand Slam Romance last week, so I don't need to worry about that one. I've got the Seeing You, Owen's mowing the lawn, I apologise, The Hills of Estrella Rota, and also Lara Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. So I've got these 3 to get through by the end of this week for some sightseeing, or even if I just want to get through a prompt really quickly. But yeah, it's going well, and I think I'm taking the plane for this one because I have enough points or have enough JRC to do so, so that's good, which I'm really excited about that, so I can get double the amount of points or like 1.5 times. So yeah, it's all going well. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm gonna go listen to the rest of this book whilst I like clean up a little bit. And then I might get into some physical reading, but we'll see how we go. Why do I look like I'm from the Pirates of the Caribbean? This haircut, honestly, not a fan of it at all. Okay, so that's as good as it's gonna get for now. I finished Role Playing and I ended up giving it 3.5 stars, and I did really enjoy it. It was a fun time. It was really refreshing, but I feel like because there was a certain coming out aspect to this book, and usually I find in these books everything is resolved, and that is so great that that happens, that everyone is accepting of them. But a lot of the time in this day and age, that's not always the case. Obviously, it's becoming more and more acceptable, or whatever, what people want to, like, you know, it's just, it should be accepted. It shouldn't even need, you shouldn't even need to come out. I enjoyed the fact that he, not enjoyed it, but like it was more realistic that not everyone was accepting to someone coming out in this way, and I like how that was dealt with, and I felt like that was really realistic. So I really enjoyed that aspect. Okay, in other areas, so I wasn't obsessed with it, and it wasn't one of my favorites, but I still really enjoyed it, so I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. And now I'm gonna do a sight seeing book, and I'm either going to read The CNU or Estrella Rota. Feeling like The CNU, because this one will give me 5 points. No, maybe 4 points. It's got 5 vowels in it, in the title, so yes. And it's got all of them too, which I was pretty happy with that. A-E-I-O-U and Y, if you count that as a vowel, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's about all that's happening. Don't have much else to report on, really. I will catch up with you once I've finished this one. Hello. So I've been reading this evening a lot, and I finished the CNU, which I'll update you more on tomorrow because I want to like have the book with me, and I cannot be bothered to go get it right now. And I just really enjoyed it so much, and I have like a few things I want to say, so I'll say that tomorrow when I'm a bit less tired, because it is nearly 2 a.m. again. But I have been reading The Hills of Estrella Rota, if that's how you pronounce that. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm about halfway now and just having a good time with it. Very interesting, and it's not too romance as of yet anyway. But I'm just loving these queer romances so much. These graphic novels are bringing in elements of life into them, and they're like, I don't know if they're meaning to or what, but like they're just doing such a great job of so many things, and I just can't believe that they're having such like an effect on me. And I'll like sit here and like binge read it, and then I feel like I haven't taken a breath the whole time because I'm enjoying it so much and so hooked on the story and just needing to know what happens. I've only got one more library book left, which is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, so hopefully I can get to this tomorrow. I did start listening to an audiobook as well, and that's My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I do have it on my shelf physically, but I thought may as well use my Spotify premium before it runs out for the audiobook, and I'm not enjoying it at all. The guy sounds like Creed Bratton from The Office, and I don't think that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm just not enjoying it. He sounds so creepy. Like, I love Creed in The Office, but not as a romantic partner, and not as someone I want to be listening into my ear and saying all these things about. To be fair, this book had me hooked at the beginning, but it just like lost me as soon as they brought in this guy. Like, I can't stand him, and she's kind of annoying me now, and I just like got annoyed because they go on this vacation and then something immediately happens when they get there, so they can't enjoy the house that they booked. And that just annoys me so much, because I'm like, if I'm gonna go on a vacation and immediately this turns to crap because of something's wrong with the house or whatever, then what? Just like, no. And she just uses this whole time off to basically solve a murder, and it's just like, girl, you're a year 2 teacher or something. I'm enjoying. But I love Tessa Bailey books. I love them so much, and this one's just not hitting, and so many people have been saying that about this one, so in the majority with this one. But yes, I'm thinking about going to bed now because it is quite late and I have been reading for a little while. I've got lots of books. Well, I've only got 2 books going out at the same time, but I'm just kind of like, brain is not working anymore, so I think it's time for bed. I do have sprints tomorrow, which will be really good for me to get some stuff done, get these books done, and then hopefully finish Laura Dean. before the next prompt. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see how we go, and it might be a sightseeing book in the next one. But yeah, I need to also start Powerless tomorrow, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't fit anything. I need to read it, and I'm wanting to read it, so it's fine. But I need to read that before July starts because of the live show and everything. So yes, I am excited for that. But I'm gonna go to bed now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, I finished this. I hated it. 1 star. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just do not enjoy this book at all. I don't really have anything interesting to say about it. At the beginning, I was most intrigued, and you know, like, there were peepholes in the bathroom. I was expecting like, oh, someone's in the wall or something. No, that was not the case. This year 2 teacher decides to become a detective on her holiday, and then meets this guy that I really disliked. He was probably the main reason I didn't like this book. The audiobook may have contributed to this because his voice did sound like Creed Braddon, like I was saying last night. And the sex scenes were just disgusting. He kept talking about his balls, like, so many times they were brought up. I don't know anyone that brings up their ball sack that much, but each their own. But yeah, enough said on this. 1 star. I can't believe that. But anyway, I'm still halfway through this. I haven't finished it yet. I'm planning on finishing it now. And then after that, I'm going to read Laura Dean. But I'm currently on sprints right now. And then I am going over to my parents for dinner. My mum. Parents. As if I have parents that are together. Oh, I wanted to speak about the See in You that I was speaking about yesterday. This book is so good. This graphic novel is so good. I recommend this so much. It was incredible. It's kind of about, there's like an abusive relationship in it, and the different types of ways that abuse can be formed into. Like, it was about being lonely in different circumstances and feeling like not good enough and not worth it. And I just thought this was done in such an amazing way. And I will definitely be picking up the next book to this, because at the end it did say that's all for now. I think the end for now. And I really hope that there's more, because I felt sad about the ending. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I really recommend it as well. So yes to that. But yeah, I was gonna pick this up, but it's not on Goodreads, so I can't count it, and I don't really care for it either. Like, it's so tiny that I guess it's not considered a book, but I could not find it anywhere, even like on Google. So this is like probably, I don't know, this is some like cult book or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm gonna film a video, and then I'm gonna get stuck into finishing Estrella Roja. And yeah, that's all for now. Hello, I haven't updated you in a little while, but I finished Estrella Roja. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably butchering that so bad. But I finished that. I gave it 4 stars. It was a lot more paranormal than I was expecting, so that was cool. And I liked how it all wrapped up really nicely. It was really in depth and just covered so many different issues and so many different things. And I really enjoyed it. It was cool. It was fun. Had a cool aspect of mystery, and I think it was done well. So I had a good time with that. And it's been like a few days and no prompt was dropped, so I was like freaking out. So I started reading Powerless, because I need to read this for Chestnut Springs read along. But I'm reading that now, but I'm also listening to Nearly Wed, and this one is for the Auckland City prompt, and this one, it needs to have water on the cover, and so I'm really enjoying it so far, because not only is it about nearing 400 pages, I'm going to take the plain, so it doubles that, and then also it's a romance, and also it is by a gay author. And so I'm just loving it. I'm having such a time with it. The main character is amazing, and I'm loving him so much. It follows a gay couple. It mainly follows one man, and he has been divorced in the past, and he's just like always wanted to get married, and he's had like this massive idea of what marriage is in his mind, and he's a very out there personality type, and I honestly love his character, and just like what he says like is just so funny sometimes, but I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of like working through different types of relationships, how different types of people act through them, and what's right and what's wrong, but also just like, I don't know, different aspects of your relationship at different parts of it. So yeah, they're currently at this like what do you call it, an early moon, like a honeymoon before the wedding, just to like freshen up and, you know, take some like dance classes and all of that stuff, just like relax before all the wedding stuff happens. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm nearly finished it because I have just been flying through it. It wasn't that long of an audiobook. And I just wanted to listen to it because it took me so long to find a book. There was nothing on my TBR that had water on the cover, and I was kind of going insane. And I was a bit annoyed because Powerless has an ice skate, and if it was like all the rest of those ice skating romance books, there would be ice on the cover, which is basically water. You know, I'm just flying through it and trying to get that finished before another prompt drops, because I feel like they're going to be quite back to back because we had such a long break. And yeah, after this, I only have one more library manga to read, so I'm going to read that, I think, after this audiobook, just so I feel like I won't have enough time after the next prompt, the last prompt drops, to read it and get it all done in time for the end of the Read-A-Thon. So yeah, we're nearing the end. I've nearly completed it. I'm really glad with how much I've read and the fact that I've gotten to every city so far in time. Well, not really in time. I've been behind on a few, but I've caught up, and I'm gonna make it to the end of the race, it looks like, anyway, which is amazing. That was my ultimate goal because I didn't do that last year, so this is lovely for me. But yeah, that is currently my update at the moment. I'll update you once I finish Nearly Wed, and I'll let you know the rest of my thoughts. Hello everyone. I don't know when the last time I updated you was, but Ta just finished, so it's currently July, and I am so amazed about how everything went in Ta, so I'm really excited about it. I made it to leg 10, which I didn't really share with you because I have a vlog coming out specifically for this book, and for that prompt I read Powerless by Elsie Silver. It was a book you wanted it to be an adaptation, and we actually had a challenge because we came last in the last leg. Challenge was it couldn't have the or a, like N or A or anything like that in the title, so this worked for this book because it was just Powerless. But yeah, I want all of these books to become movies. Like, that would just be the most amazing collective group of rom-coms. Like, I would just die if this happened. So yeah, I read that one for this, and I gave this 5 stars, but you will see way more in my Powerless vlog that may be up before this video. It just depends how all the timing works. But yeah, I love this book so much, and if you want to see more of my thoughts, go watch that video. I'll link it down below if I've already posted it. And then for my last sightseeing book, I read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, and this was just a really cute manga. Like, it was just cute as, and I loved every moment of it. I love how it was in black and white, but there was also some pink parts of it, and it really just set the vibe for the book. And yeah, it was just like a cute story. It wasn't too serious or anything, kind of coming of age and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I used this for the 400 point sightseeing prompt. That was a book by 2 authors, because there are 2 authors here and they like shared, I'm pretty sure, illustrating. So yes, very excited about that too. And now I can return all of my library books. But that is all for this video, and that is all for Ta. I cannot believe it. I'm not going to do a wrap-up video or anything like that, because obviously these vlogs have been a little bit more in depth than I would go in a wrap-up video, and that would just take so long because I read over 23 books. I think I was like around 25, not quite at 25, so it's between that mark. I'm not too sure, but I had just had the best time. I read so much romance. I'm kind of looking forward to a little bit of a break from just romance. I think I'm going to move back into my romantasy vibe for the next month. But yeah, I've had a great time chatting with everyone in the Discord. Brie has done such an amazing job to make such an inclusive readathon that is just for everyone, and you know, we just had the best time with each other, and the chats were going off all the time, and it was just the best fun. So I can't wait to participate again next year. I'm so glad I've done this 2 years in a row now, and we're going to make it 3 for sure. Every year is all about the amazing readathon. And yeah, that's all I really have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a comment, and subscribe, and also turn on your notifications so you get notified whenever I post a video, because that would be lovely if you were one of the first people to come and say hello on my new videos. But yeah, that is all I have to say, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!